you want to make sure that we have a comfort items, which would include a pet carrier or a safari cage. It's just a home for them to go into. It's a safe place for the animal, so it's not stressed when it's brought into this new situation. I would make sure it had permanent identification, that being a microchip in. And then we're going to look at control. When you're dealing with dogs, you've got to make sure we have collars and or harness. And attached to the collar and harness has to be a leash. There's a leash law in St. Johns County, so we have to make sure that we cover our bases with that. When we're talking about cats, there's a containment law on cats, not a leash law. So we really don't need to worry about a collar for cats. We just need to make sure the cat has a litter box. As far as the top 5, I'm giving you microchip comfort items, leashes, collars, right? And make sure you have a rabies tag with you. Okay, that's the only shot that's required by the state of Florida, the only inoculation required. When they're introducing an animal into their home with another animal, the best thing they could possibly do is bring that animal here, bring their pet here to make sure that they're going to get along. So I would say background on the cost would be the number 1 thing, and number 2 is making sure that it's allowed where you're at. So adequate space is it should be in that top 5. Adequate exercise space. And then when you coop them up all day, you have to spend at least 1 hour a day working that animal outside of that home. An exhausted animal is a very easy animal to train, and it's a happy animal. If you live in an apartment, I always recommend a small dog or a cat. You know, cats are self-containing little creatures, and that's a nice way to put it. Patience, give it at least 30 days. After the 30 days, unless it's an aggressive animal, do your homework. 1,500 animals were adopted last year. Out of the 1,500, maybe 20, 25, something in between there. And normally it comes back as being, it was a rush to adopt, and they didn't do their homework. And they get home and realize that the animal may require work to get them to be that animal you're looking for. You're rescuing an animal, and it comes with a cost.